Well, aloha, guys, and a happy new year. You're watching JRTV Hawaii in search of a great marriage, new ideas, and ultimately, easyworldpeace.com. Today, I want to make a point about fashion and how we are to go about being vegan and but also celebrating fashion. And this goes beyond just, I know that there are fashion brands such as Brave New Gentlemen, and they make good products. And perhaps you could purchase. I'm gonna in the comments or the description. I'm gonna make a note of certain new cloths. There's the new bamboo wool. It's like a bamboo wool, and then there's they're making this future leather. So we're getting into that, just like it's the same as the industry for the restaurant industry is doing, just the same. But what I'm trying to get at here is that there are choices that we can make and brands that we like, especially people who, like, regardless of how much money you have or what you're trying to spend. Some people, they may not buy a nicer car or whatever it may be. They may decline going on vacations or other luxury experiences in order that they can experience this experience of wearing nice things, wearing nice cologne, especially people who have they might be. Oh, looks like we see me there. Nice shoes, secondhand. I buy, but you can get really nice new looking stuff. Unfortunately, what I'm wearing, admittedly, is not vegan. But it's inexpensive. Like, if you wanted to buy something vegan, strictly, it would, there can be a serious price tag associated, just like these other luxury brands. But the emphasis I'm trying to make here is that we want to support luxury brands, but and the culture associated. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to promote animal suffering. So there are different levels that this can be achieved, and part of it also has to be considered that the people who have to produce the materials, it can be messy, unpleasant work dealing with animals. And of course the animals may suffer, even if the animals are treated well, and even if they are quickly killed humanely, and they experience no pain, it's still a bit of a mess dealing with the whole experience. So that I will include this list of future, new materials coming out, which all these upscale premium brands could incorporate into making all of their clothing. And I think a lot of people wouldn't worry about it as long as it had the same quality, which it in fact does. These new materials, and so what I'm getting at here is, how do we incorporate all these things? And you might say, well, why not just give up fashion entirely? And my proposal would be that the fashion experience is different than, say, these cars or houses that people can buy, because fashion is in person. It's not trying to be, it's not trying to isolate itself like, oh, I'm in my luxurious bubble. No, it's you're going out in public. Yes, they're obviously you're oftentimes it's per invite the parties and whatnot, but at the same time, you may be walking around and you're able to, and of course there's the element of safety. You don't want to be going around looking like you're you know you have a lot of wealth, because then you might become a target of either you or of a quick being held up and give me your jewelry, whatnot. Or you might be just seen in a poor light. People may have resentful looks towards you, but the goal, the objective, is to kind of, the thing about fashion is, like me, I can purchase secondhand. It's not very costly, and it can still look like, some of these nice designers, and I can present myself well. I can feel good, and also it's also being a support to the fashion industry, the people associated with it, and just the culture of it. And so I'm encouraging you to think about what this is like a personal. It's like a connecting with others. It's in person, showing off, and everyone can to an extent, everyone can do it. And so that's what makes it special. And what also makes it special is when you purchase the item, it's personal. It's you're wearing it. You're planning to wear it in the future. The quality of it's taken into consideration. But most importantly, it's an expression of yourself. And when you buy it, oftentimes it loses most of its value. And the reason it's special to me is because it just shows that you're truly doing it for the sake of the culture of it. You're not doing it to try to buy something and then resell it. You're not doing it to try to there can be a competitive element in trying to dress nicer than another, but really, because the price is really, you can look great for a low price, it's really becomes less of an element. And I am aware that some people are disenfranchising themselves from the whole fashion experience because they think it's showing off your wealth or whatnot. But the irony I see is that it's actually a celebration of it, and of not wealth exactly, but sophistication and formality. And it just, when you wear a certain type of clothing, it feels different, and it allows you to just be it allows you, and it's just the whole culture of it. And yes, obviously there are other cultures like sports and all of this and that. There's so many things, but in fashion, it's kind of like a non-verbal way of saying hello to each other. It's kind of like it's an art. It's art. It's like it's going beyond. It's transcending, because it's a non-verbal communication. It's like, oh, this is my look, and then you can appreciate each other in that capacity. You don't need to speak the same language, so it brings people together. But yeah, thank you for considering. And yes, I can send this list to other fashion retailers, because it's not nice to hurt animals, and you don't want to have that mental burden in the background, even if you're trying to support a particular brand. But what you do want is, if you want the experience, if you like the way I described it, come join. And click the links below to check out these new materials. Thanks, guys.